Right, Ian.
Patrick.
We got a small Polymega update. We haven't really discussed a lot about this because honestly, at this point, we just like this thing to come out and be on the market for us to actually talk about this versus hypotheticals. So the Polymega, as if you didn't know, it's a modular retro game system based off of emulation, where you buy the core unit for I think it's $300 that has the CD disc based system with a handful of emulators for like Sega Saturn and Sony PlayStation, TurboGrafx CD, etc., Sega CD, and then you buy the modules to snap on to there to play Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis or NES, things like that. So the TurboGrafx 16/PC engine module called the Turbo Element module set.
Turbo Element?
It's Turbo. It's the Element module set, but it's Turbo is the name.
Oh, okay.
So it's been announced that's going to include some games with it. So built-in games, as I guess the other systems have as well. I guess they're licensing out some games here and there.
So we've got Double Dungeons, Shockman, Moto Rotor 2, and Dragon Egg coming with it. It's a kind of a weird lineup, especially since if you could get Shockman, you could probably get Shockman 2. There's no English version of that, though. That is Shockman 2. Anyways, there's better versions of Shockman. That's right, that is Shabibin Man 2. Moto Rotor is fun. Dragon Egg is great. Never got a US release.
Never
it's
played
a fantastic game.
What type of game is that? Is it a platformer?
Yeah,
or is it action
essentially.
platformer? Okay.
I don't know. Weird choices. It was like they got this library offered to them and they said, okay, here, we're going to take it. These are not exactly like iconic Turbo games.
No, these aren't system sellers, I would say, based upon it. Like Moto Rotor, if you like it, I remember playing it once. That was an early racing game, overhead, right? Racing game. Double Dungeons, that's a dungeon crawler for 2 players.
It's a first-person dungeon crawler, but it can actually split screen and be played by 2 people.
They can go independently.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
So it's interesting. So it's a little bonus here. So this is going to cost $60 for the module. Keep in mind for the base unit, like I said, it's $300 if you didn't get. I think the early bird by now. So what do you think about them even including these? Obviously, it's cool to have a bonus, but obviously no one's going to buy these just for the packing games. They're not iconic enough.
Yeah, I don't think they are. I mean, any sort of bonus is nice.
Sure.
I'll try to be as realistic as I can here, as reasonable as I can, because sometimes I can get crabby.
No, not us. Not you.
Any sort of bonus is nice. I don't mind the Moto Rotor games. Double Dungeons is neat for what it is. It's not very good. It's there. Shockman is fun. Shockman is fun, and Dragon Egg is great. So these are good games, and those are 2 of those are kind of like well-known deep cuts on the library. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like there was rhyme or reason to picking them. What do they have on the other modules?
Okay, I'll look, Ian. I wish I was prepared. Let's check them out. Pre-order. Let's see. Go to the pre-order view bundle. Christ, the website's a little weird to navigate here. Let's check the Super set. Let's check the Genesis set, and we'll check that. You have to go to the pre-order page and scroll down here. You get on the SNES one, you get Dragon View, North American version, Legend, Gourmet Warriors, which didn't come out here, but I guess they got a translated version. That's a beat 'em up. Pushover, the PAL version. Super Draken, Japanese version. Top Gear 2, the Japanese version. Not sure why that went into the North American one. And then you also get the Japanese version of Gourmet Warriors.
Weird. Okay.
So you get, what is that? That's 6 games? 6 games. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 6 games. Okay. It's a weird selection of stuff.
It is. And I actually like Dragon View and Draken, but that's
just kind of a weird eclectic mix of, I guess, stuff they can get the license to. Cheap.
Right.
The Genesis bundle, the Power module. Oh, no, that's the NES one is Power. Okay, the names are screwing me up. You get 8 Eyes. We love playing 8 Eyes on the marathon. Nightshade. Target Renegade. It's not terrible, but okay. Power Punch 2. Closer to terrible, but it's It's all right. And then Treasure Master. If that isn't the most wily group of NES games you've ever heard, how do we not cover this before? Can you think of a weirder list of games that are all entirely different and are on anyone's like I gotta play them NES list than that? And those are all, like I said, Target Renegade's not terrible. I like Eight Eyes for what it is. Nightshade's goofy if you get into it. It's fun. That's just the weirdest list I ever saw. And then Power Punch 2.
Power Punch 2 is absolute trash. And fucking, what was the last one?
Treasure Master.
Treasure Master is just unplayable.
It's just a goofy platform. I mean, you can play it.
Sure.
But it's just, that's a weird list. Now, okay, here's the Mega Module. This is the Genesis ones. All ready?
Uh-huh.
All right. I don't know what some of these are. I only know what a couple of these are. Tin Head.
Yeah.
Top Racer 2, Japanese version.
Don't know.
Sword of Sodan. There we go.
Yeah.
EA rough classic, but I like it because it's bloody and goofy. It was a PC game as well, I believe. Brave Battle Saga, Legend of the Magic Warrior. No. And then Water Margin. It's a funny name. Water Margin, A Tale of Clouds and Wind, North American version. I guess these were translated Japanese games. I'd never heard of these games.
Water Margin?
Water Margin, A Tale. That has to be a translated title. Water Margin, A Tale of Clouds and Winds. If that's not an RPG, what is that? What is that? You're studying the water supply of a city somewhere?
Water Margin.
It's on Steam.
The Tale of Clouds
for $10.
It's a beat 'em up.
Oh, it's a beat 'em up. Okay. Okay, that's a list. And then yeah. So we have the Super one, the Genesis one, NES one, and then the Turbo one. We have the 5.
It looks like the Water Margin is like a homebrew.
It's a homebrew. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never heard of that North American version. Okay. So I'm still tentatively excited for a disc system. The modules, I don't know about the modules, I'll be honest. If the disc system comes out and gets good reviews, we'll see. I think $300 is pricey though for that, being that, these FPGA consoles are $200, and that's FPGA.
Yeah. I think it's a bit much.
It's a bit much. If it was $200, it would be closer to leaning towards yes. I'm leaning towards no at $300. And I just want this to come out because we still don't know if this is going to come out until it's out. So come out, and then we can talk about it for sure. Now we're just advertising for free, basically.
Yep. All right. Done with it.